Hey everybody, hope that all is well. And wow, here we are taking a market update. Now, to be honest, I'll be honest with you all. I did a video, had to be over a week ago. It was like a 26-minute video, full analysis, all of that kinds of stuff. And when I was about to render my video, I realized my mic wasn't on. Yeah. So, needless to say, I was quite ticked off about that because at that point I was basically telling everybody, look, this is the time you should be buying. I know that the market structure for Bitcoin, it is possible that we could go down here. There's good support around 13 to 14,000, but this is the point where we're actually retesting the previous high, breaking out from the all-time high. And since even though we dipped below there a little bit, we really have been closing around 19,000, 19 to 20,000, which was the previous all-time high. So it's an excellent time to buy. Again, think about when Bitcoin was at 65,000. All of you that said, I wish I bought Bitcoin then, even if you buy it now, it's 64% off its all-time high. You know that it's going to go back higher. Look at the RSI. We went from all the way over here, even just using a simple RSI strategy, selling at 94 on the RSI, okay? You'd have sold at 42,000. You'd have been able to buy back double your Bitcoin down here with this drop, right? I mean, you know, if you just keep it simple and be patient, sometimes it takes a while, but compared to the traditional route of saving, this will get you there, get you where you want to go in terms of your financial goals a whole lot faster. So what I was saying in my previous video was that I was expecting a bounce here. Okay, yeah, we did go below the 200 moving average. I wanted us to get above that because we were below here for a few weeks. But what I am honestly expecting is a journey back up to this level, because this was the significant level that we dropped off from, right? We were holding this level at about 29,000 as major support. We ended up taking what's that, like a 30 something percent dip from this level. It was a significant fall off, so I expect us to come back up here to retest this $29,000 level. What do I expect to happen here? Again, I don't know what's going to happen for sure. I expect us to get a rejection here because this was such significant support. I don't expect us to just, after that's broken, it becomes resistance, and we really haven't retested this resistance. So I don't expect us to get to 29,000 and just break through it right away. I honestly don't expect it. Is it possible? Yes, it's Bitcoin. It's possible. From a technical analysis standpoint, I don't expect that to happen. I would expect us to come back up here to 29,000, and then, to be honest, maybe then we have, you know, a major capitulation event, you know, one last really big shakeout that could bring us all the way back here, or could send us plummeting to the $12,000 to $13,000 level, and then boom, we're off to the races. So we'll see. Only time will tell. But right now, when Bitcoin came down here, I'll be honest with you, I loaded my bags. I doubled and tripled my position in almost all of the altcoins. Any altcoins that I held on the way down, there were several that I just cashed out into Tether, USDT or USDC, and I just held it while this was coming down because I know I was going to re-enter the market, and so I re-entered the market, and a lot of I can tell you several coins that I increased my positions on. You know, grabbed up some Bitcoin, grabbed up some Ethereum. Got to show you this, guys, because we talked about this before. Jasmy. Now, for Jasmy, think about this. Jasmy made this huge run up to 36 cents, right? Jasmy is now 96% off. 96% off. So where did I sell? I sold the rest of my Jasmy. I took profits, right, on the way up, and I sold most of my Jasmy. Let me get a better chart, guys, because if those of you who watch my videos, you know that I always talk about finding the chart with the most data. And the chart with the most data is actually on Bittrex here, where Jasmy went up to almost $3. Okay? Right now it's 1 cent. Is it a good time to buy? What do you think? Right? Especially for those of you who are really into Jasmy, you know, that you've done a lot of the research and you're crazy about the coin, you should be loading up your bags like there's no tomorrow at this point, if this is a project that you really believe in. From a technical analysis standpoint, from me, this was a great time to buy. After this run here, this is where I got out. When we broke below this 9 cent level, when we broke below that, I said, okay, this doesn't look good. Looks like we're coming all the way back down to the base of this breakout here. So, so at that point in time, I came out of Jasmy. I sold everything else that I had. At that point in time, that might have been maybe 20 or 30,000 Jasmy. And now, guess what? I can buy, right? I can literally buy 9 times as much Jasmy with the same amount of money as I had. 9 times as much. Okay? So I've re-entered my position with Jasmy. Even just for Jasmy to get back to where it was from here is 30x, guys. Just to get back to 30 cents is 30x. 30x. Now, before we get there, don't get too excited yet. Before we get there, some major areas that I was looking for, which you can see we hit really on the last run up, right around here. Is this 5 cent, you know, a little bit over 5 cents, this 5 cent level. That's going to prove to be resistance. As you see, we got rejected right here. And then again, getting back over, let's look back, getting back over this level that I drew the very first time because of this wick. This is why I drew this level at 27 cents. All right, so we got to get past 5 cents. Then we got to get past 9 cents, in my opinion. And then we get past, if we can get past 27 cents, then the next stop is going to be up here around 50 cents. All right, so anyway, from a technical analysis standpoint, I've loaded my bags with Jasmy. I just letting you guys know, because you guys, have been asking what am I doing, so I'm telling you what I'm doing. So I took up a significant position in Jasmy. Now here are some other things that I see going on. I've been looking at SHIB, and those of you that saw my videos, I was telling you to sell Shiba Inu up here. And I did a video, you can go back, and where I told you I was taking my profits, and I told you why. Because let's find the chart with the most data. That was this one, Coinbase. All right, Coinbase showed SHIB right up here to about 89. Right, the 40 is 89, and Shiba Inu ran all the way up here, and it was up here that I said, guys, no coin. Everybody with them was talking, oh no, Shiba Inu is going to 1 cent. It's going to 1 cent. It's going to 1 cent. And I said, there is no coin. I have never seen it. Not even the great. If Bitcoin can't do it, then I don't see any other coin doing it. Shiba Inu, there's no coin that gets back to its all-time high and breaks through it on the first try. No coin does it. That is why I took my profits here. And took my profits, and look at what happened weeks later, right? It took, I made this video, this was back in around October, right? This is back around October 2021. So was that 8 months ago or something like that? So it took 8 months. It took a long time, didn't it? But 8 months. Imagine yourself selling here. Imagine yourself selling here, and now here is Shiba Inu being able to buy 87% off with the same amount of money. 8,000. It went down to 800. You could literally have bought 10 times as much Shiba Inu with the same amount of money. Or you could have taken back the very same position and just kept the rest as profits, right? So this is how you play the game. And again, you just have to remember, please, I beg people this all the time. Take profits, guys. Take profits. Please. Okay? Just take some profits. If you want to hold some just in case you think it's going to run up to the moon, sure, take some. But you've got to be able to walk away saying, I made some money off of this trade. Don't watch yourself make all your money and lose all your money, just like everyone else that held all the way here until this happened, right? And the sad thing is, when we're getting down here, this is where a lot of people sold at the bottom. The emotion of greed, the emotion of greed will tell you to hold on when it's here because it says, what if it goes higher? The emotion of fear will tell you to sell here because what if it goes to zero? This is why you can't listen to your emotions and you have to trade, in my opinion, my humble opinion, based on the charts. It hasn't let me down yet. And the only time that I mess myself up is when I listen to my emotions. It happens to all of us. All right. So I took a temporary position in SHIB right now just because of the rally. I would expect a run up to, probably at least 17 to 20, which from here is, somewhere around 50% gains. Oh, sorry. Didn't realize my computer wasn't plugged in. All right. So, that's around 50% gains. So when you're in a bear market, remember now, this is two particular things in terms of strategies, okay? When you're in a bear market, in my opinion, I don't look so much for the 10, 15x gains like you do in the bull market. I look for 20, 30, 40, 50% to 100% gains, and I take my profits. You have to be able to be satisfied with taking smaller amounts of profits on your trades, okay? Unless, like I said, you're a long-term holder, then this doesn't bother you. Best buying opportunities in the world, you can keep loading up because you believe in your heart in the project and that it will eventually one day at least come back up here. And if it comes all the way back up here, right, then that would be a pretty payday. To go back up here, that's almost 600% just from where it is right now, back to the all-time high, right? So anyway, we're getting a relief rally, but the entire time that we're getting this relief rally, you have to pay attention to Bitcoin. When Bitcoin decides to drop, 95 to 98% of coins will drop as well. Pay attention to Bitcoin when you're doing your altcoin trades, okay? Ethereum. So I bought my Ethereum around 1100, right? Around 1100 or so. That's where I bought. Went down to like 900 and something dollars. So, it went down almost 20% from where I bought it. But again, going off a technical analysis and waiting, it took 4 weeks or something like that, 4 or 5 weeks now. And now here we are from that point where I bought. Right now I'm up, 40% on that. So again, guys, this is technical analysis, learning to take profits. Now, what do I see from here? Definitely, we see some overhead resistance. Okay, so go right here. That is clear. Like that's clear resistance because this was massive support We haven't been under this line since March 2021. When we got over this line on March 2021, and we held support at $1,678, somewhere around that range, right? Doesn't have to be to the exact dollar, but around the 1,600, around this level, we never came back below this area. We never came below this area, guys, for over a year. So you're talking about a support level that is held for over a year. And now we just broke beneath it a few weeks ago. Support that held for over a year. Do I expect us to just go ahead and fly above this on this one go? Personally, I don't. Can it happen? Yes. There's always a possibility. But when I'm doing my trades, I don't trade based on a definite, because nobody knows what's definite, right? Unless you have a few $1 billion lying around that you can move the market at any time, then sure. But other than that, you never know for sure. So we trade based on probability, and we use technical analysis to help us make these decisions on the probability of things. And so the probability of this, going back through here on the first go, in my opinion, is not too high. I mean, we can see right now. Look at that. This is a weekly chart, though. So it's trying to get above this level right now. Look at that. See, it's fighting it right now. As I zoomed in, look at the support. See that? I drew this line on the weekly chart. All right, like that. Now when I zoom in on the daily, look at the smaller candles and look how they respect this area. You see that? So coming back up, anywhere between 16 to 1800, because at the top of this candle here, that's about 1800. This all looks like this is a major area of resistance, overhead resistance, that we need to get over. Maybe even up to 2000. There's a possibility that we get a nice hard push, even up to 2000 or 2200, really. But from there, I expect, everybody's going to start to want to go long and stuff like that. The market's not going to let everybody make too much money. So I'm expecting to get some kind of, major pushback. Because to be honest, a capitulation event, let's say everything going back down 50%, a capitulation sell-off of 50% from that point, from 2200 takes us back down to 1100. But that would be from here back down to 1100 would be 58%, which would be considered a capitulation sell-off, right? So that's kind of the event that I have in the back of my mind that I'm kind of looking for. It would be the same thing with Bitcoin, actually. If Bitcoin went back up to 30,000 and then had a capitulation event for whatever reason, a sell-off that pushes us just to the breaking point. And if that sent us down to like 14, 15,000, that would be a 50% sell-off from right there, right? If that happened. So again, watch out for that. VRA, I made like 20% in 24 hours on VRA here. All right, because again, I was talking about VRA, up here. We were taking breakout trades at 5 cents on VRA, and VRA went up to almost 9 cents. Here is VRA now, 0.6 of a cent. So if you're somebody who is into Veracity as a project, there is no reason you should not be loading your bags. Again, just my opinion. But these are the times to buy. These are the times to buy. I mean, again, you got to look at it in the long term. Look at this stuff. Look at how long this thing was quiet, right? For what, 2020? But anybody who bought in 2020, March 2020, and they waited. They made over 100x gains. So you might think that a year is a long time to wait, but to make 100x on your trade in 12 months, you really think is that too long to wait for 100x, 50 to 100x on your money? You're not getting those kinds of returns in a bank, I can tell you that. All right. So, all right, guys, I don't want this video to be too long. I've probably gone too long already, and hopefully this time my mic is on. I think my mic is on. Yeah, I checked my mic. So, all right, guys. So I appreciate it. Please like the video if you found this useful, and subscribe if you haven't. Also, check out the NFT collections that you see right down here below this video, and we'll see you on the next one. All right. Take care, everybody.